Turbo is doing really, really well over the last 7 days. It's actually exploded 11.66%. So well done to everyone that's been holding this and DCAing into this asset. I mean, the last month hasn't been great, down 11%, but seeing 11% like pump and recovery over the last 7 days is very, very bullish to say the least. My name is Crypto Chester. I'm here today on Crypto News, and we're going to be covering Turbo from a technical analysis perspective. You can see here in the last day, it's up 5%. The last 7 days, up 11%. Last month, down 11%, nothing too crazy. But in the last year, only up around 14%. If we look at this chart on more of a broader spectrum, you can see here that we did see a nice test of this 63 area, around that 60 area multiple times here in terms of price action. The lowest that we did get was back in April here, and that was down at around 1.2 here. We're up at around 4.2 here, so roughly around a 4x on top of that, or just under a 4x. But the highest that this asset actually got in terms of market cap was just shy of $1 billion, guys, just shy of $1 billion there, which is very, very, very impressive here, and does really, really pose the question, like, how high can this thing actually go when it does catch that fire again? Okay, so very, very interesting and important that we basically look out for this asset, because Turbo is not one to be ignored, because it does usually pump quite aggressively every single time that the market decides to really start to elevate and move to the upside. Okay, so let's get into the chart. Let's see where Turbo is going and how much money we could be making trading this asset right now. So on the more of the broader spectrum right now, we can see that in previous price action, obviously we've got these pretty ugly trend lines here. So let's get rid of them for a second here and draw in some fresh trend lines for this new pattern that we are seeing. So this is obviously a resistance here, maybe resistance here, or maybe a breakout scenario here for this asset. If we are to do something along the lines of this, I like more touches than than two. Ideally, that shows a very, very healthier trend line. Then you can see here, we do have quite a lot of confluence here, which would mean that this is forming what's commonly known as a falling wedge. Now, falling wedges tend to usually break to the upside, guys. So we could be looking at roughly a nice clean move of 16.77% here if this wedge is going to be breaking to the upside in our direction. If it's not, and we do see resistance play out, that's absolutely fine as well here. We're going to be waiting for confirmation of clearing the 200 EMA to really be getting involved with this trade. I'm not just going to blindly do it, and that means it would be worth 9.09% for us in the future, guys. Definitely something to go check out. Now, let's get into a bit more of an in-depth chart update for Turbo here. But before that, let's get into Maxi Doji. Now, Maxi Doji is a brand new meme coin, guys, that I think has got 10 to 100x potential, and here is why. They've raised $1.9 million in their pre-sale. Yes, million with an M. They're mentioned in some very, very reputable sources across the board here. Inside Bitcoins, 99 Bitcoins, Coinpedia, Bitcoinist, some really, really huge news outlets are talking about this and endorsing this project. This is a meme coin that looks like a degen Maxi Doge character that is just super, super jacked, right? Very, very memeable, and I think that it's going to catch a lot of traction in the space. And you can see that it's just a wired up degen Doge here. So in terms of the branding, in terms of the image, in terms of the brand identity, they've absolutely nailed it, and it looks very, very strong across the board. Good tokenomics, great interactive website here, and just generally quite memeable and quite funny character and funny website just in general, guys. And that's usually the things that we look for here when investing in projects here. So yeah, go check it out. All the links in the description. Now let's get back into the Turbo chart, because some interesting stuff is happening here on the weekly, so to speak. Okay, so let's have a little look at where we were in previous price action here. You can see we saw us come right the way up in December. Very explosive gains here from literally nothing. We were literally priced at absolutely nothing, considering it's still priced at $290 million in market cap. It's to be where we are now. It's actually a very good sign. Okay, As long as we're holding this level, everything is good. The breakout scenario that I would really like to see here would be that level. Okay, it would be this level, that trend line. If we can get above the 0.005423, then I would expect explosive growth. Okay, I'm talking explosive growth to the upside, which would be really, really good. In terms of micro uptrends here and how this asset is genuinely behaving right now, I mean, it doesn't look like a massive uptrend here, but it is in a structural uptrend on the macro. Okay, you've got obviously your low here, massive pump to the upside here, finding your high, coming down, testing lows, coming up, breaking this high with momentum to the upside here, validating this as a higher low, basically meaning we're still in a bullish trend as long as we're above this this disgusting point at 2902 on the bottom right of the video, guys. So overall, I do think there is definite legs for this. There is a nice position as well, but a DCA here is actually it's a very, very smart move for the future for crypto, in my opinion. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. That's gonna be it from me. Peace out for now, and I'll see you in the next video.